kids and also has foster kids in her home, and they call it a relationship of the heart. She has been there. She rocks the baby. She helps kids with homework. She helps them fix dinner. She arranged for some of the kids to take tennis camp last summer and get tennis rackets, something that these kids never would have had an opportunity to do if somebody hadn't stepped in. The girls that did that slept with their tennis rackets. It was so meaningful to them, and that extra support. We're also building where older adults can be the liaison with our foster homes and schools. Think about the retired teachers out there and the people that can strengthen that and support those roles. A very unique program that was born from the county came under our strategic planning and support team. Don Stoyer's group took the lead, and county staff were challenged to develop a functional cross-threading program for each of the county's 3 initiatives: kids, the environment, safe and livable communities. The Kids Task Force generated the WAY program. That is Workforce Academy for Youth. It's a program that provides the County of San Diego work experience for foster youth as they transition out of the system. They get 6 months of work experience and a job coach that helps them, but we added an intergenerational life coach that helps them work out transportation, to help them think about if they're going on to school, how do they get a job, how do they fill out forms, where do they go. We had our graduation last Friday of our first class of 12 that came through this, and those kids stood up and talked about what a difference this has made in their lives. They saluted their job coaches in the program, and they cried when they talked about their life coaches, how they believed in them and how they helped them, and even things as simple as buying them an alarm clock and making sure they got to work on time, you know, those things that people do in kids' lives. They were incredible relationships. I want to thank Carlos Aruz and Willie Cook. They took the lead on coordinating the program once we got in place. And actually, Iris, who was placed as an intern in DHR, has actually been hired to become the first permanent employee. And we have an additional 14 or 15 kids in queue for the next 6 months of this program. Very innovative program that we're taking kids. And what I'll tell you is interesting there to see our DA and everybody else mentoring and working with these kids, because if we don't help these kids, they enter these systems through the welfare system, through the justice system, through the sheriff. And we've changed it in doing it this way. And the life coach has been an integral part of this. If you look at fitness and childhood obesity, then let's apply seniors to that. We launched intergenerational games. They started at the U.S. Olympic Training Center, where we matched seniors, senior Olympians, and community people with kids and learned about how to be more active and fit. It's been such a success. It's growing, and it's been launched, and we're rolling it out countywide. East County started one, and then cities have started one. La Mesa launched one. And we're pairing these kids up with seniors to have healthier lifestyles. Again, if you look at obesity of kids, and in Chula Vista, they took the idea again about, well, how do we have kids eat healthier? They took the idea, they noticed that kids at the elementary school ate better if the principal stood in line and encouraged the kids to eat better foods. Well, the principal didn't have time to do that every day, so they went door to door in their neighborhood and found seniors and invited them to come in and not only encourage the kids to eat healthier, then sit down and eat lunch with them. It's been a very successful program and rolled out at multiple schools. And of course, the seniors now come in, they know the kids' names, they check in with them, and eating better. In our EITC program, our Earned Income Tax Credit, part of the big success of that program, again, that this board has supported and gone forward, is that we recruited retired seniors. We partnered with AARP, and actually 39 of the 58 county sites had AARP volunteers there working. They accounted for over half of the 12,000 returns that were filed, and over $4 million that came back were done by seniors that were working with folks, and also working with agencies, and especially in particular agencies that are working with refugees to help them. Broadway Heights is a program we're working in the inner city where we're hooking up seniors with kids. The idea is to try to target kids that are at risk and to encourage them on to higher education. They are going to do a multi-generational educational tour of visiting campuses. Seniors then help them fill out forms for college, SAT applications, all the things that are there, and really promote going on to higher education. Beyond the Wrinkles is a video you have in your packet that really literally is an award-winning video that Jewish Family Services did with that initial startup money that we did of an oral history project where we took inner city youth and they did an oral history project of older Jewish folks and talked about growing up in Europe and the war and the Holocaust. Unbelievable partnerships that were formed. The video is great because you see a little of the awkwardness at the beginning and the friendships at the end. I want to mention just a little bit about, did I skip one? Go back one. No, go, okay. We hooked up, some of it's just thinking differently. Helix High School is in La Mesa, which is about 25% older adults. In my mind, that's a gold mine. And so we hooked the high school up with the senior center, which is now the adult enrichment program, and said, what can we do to create an intergenerational program? And so the first thing that they did is that Helix targeted their 9th grade students that are at risk for dropout and told them that in the tutorial section of the day, if they got all their homework done, and that they could maybe get out early and play chess with Bill. Now, Bill comes from the senior center, is always looking for somebody to play chess, a World War II veteran, twice widowed, never could find enough people to play chess. The question is, will these kids want to play chess with this old guy? On the first day, 50 kids hustled to get their homework done so they could go play chess with Bill. And a program was born. Chess, they set a trailer up in the back. He played 12 games at a time from 7 o'clock in the morning until noon. He interacted with kids.